Sigma males are often known for their mysterious and enigmatic nature, standing apart from traditional alpha and beta males. They are individuals who value their independence and self-reliance and often possess a unique set of qualities that distinguish them from others. One of the most striking aspects of a Sigma male's personality is their tendency to not engage in the usual behavior of competing for female attention. It may seem unusual, but the reason behind it is quite simple yet profound. In this video, we will delve deeper into the 7 shocking reasons why Sigma males never fight over women. Number 1. Sigma knows that they may entice ladies without competing for them. In contrast to the majority of guys in modern culture, the Sigma male does not believe that getting women requires competition. Sigma males are aware that genuine desire originates from within and is not based on looks or manipulation. Women find Sigma males appealing and distinctive because they like letting their true abilities show. Sigma men recognize that no one is entitled to another's adoration, in contrast to alpha men who utilize their superiority to entice women. Sigma use their knowledge to entice ladies rather than violence and aggression. Women are drawn to it like a magnetic attraction. Sigma guys distinguish themselves in this way without exerting excessive effort or turning to rivalry. Number 2. Insecure men fight over women. Sigma guys don't feel the need to prove anything since they are confident in who they are. They are aware of their value and realize that life is about more than just competing for women. They have a high sense of self-worth and won't let anything or anybody knock them down. They are self-assured enough to know that they can obtain any woman they want without engaging in immature behaviors, so they won't feel intimidated by the presence of other guys. Sigmas won't waste their energy on such pointless issues as fighting over a lady since they don't have time for such trifling games. Sigma guys also understand that partnerships are mutually beneficial, therefore they would never blackmail or guilt to force a partner to be with them. No one has a right to another person's affection. Thus, they won't fight over a lady. Sigmas value women and won't settle for a bad match, preferring to wait for the ideal one. Sigmas are entirely content with their independence and don't require the affirmation of being desired, unlike other men who would engage in physical conflict over a woman to improve their own self-esteem. Number 3. Sigma have nothing to prove. Sigma guys don't have anything to prove because they already understand their worth. Only individuals who have self-doubt should use this strategy. A self-assured man knows he would stand out from the crowd without being the center of attention or turning to resentment and rivalry. Sigma guys have nothing to prove. Thus, they don't need to compete. They don't have to behave like the alpha or put up a false front to seduce women. Sigmas don't feel the need to compete in order to be appreciated. Unlike many guys, they follow a moral code and are not motivated by ego or the need for approval from others. They don't need to compete for women since their self-confidence is independent of them. They will pay attention to a woman's character and accomplishments rather than being drawn in by her appearance. Of course, appearances still matter to them, but it's not the only factor they take into account. Why battle over one woman when there is a wide enough globe and enough of women who can meet their needs? The Sigmas won't do this since it will only ruin their love. They would rather meet the ideal woman discreetly and without fuss. This explains why they avoid competition with such a mindset. Even without trying, Sigma guys are likely to draw the appropriate kind of women. Number 4. Sigma won't lose their moral code. Sigma guys place the highest priority on themselves. They value their self-worth a lot more than you may imagine. Because it would violate their moral ethic, they will never fight over a woman. They don't want to identify with other males that act irrationally and go after women. Sigma males will never get involved in a fight with another man for a lady. They will discreetly leave such situations to others the moment they observe them. They don't want to feel like the lowest of all guys, since it would result from fighting for women. They would rather maintain their independence and respectability. They don't fight over them because they understand that a woman will only respect them if they respect themselves first. Additionally, she will go to them on her own if she wants them. Because their character is the most important thing to them, A Sigma guy would rather lose a woman than his character. Number 5. Sigma are lone wolves. If you've ever encountered a Sigma guy, you know how much he enjoys his alone time. Sigmas want to avoid the crowds and the commotion if possible. They stay away from small conversation and chit-chat, and you rarely ever get a Sigma chatting endlessly to someone else about himself. The same is true for females. They avoid spending time with dramatic ladies because they attract too much attention and chatter excessively. The presence of a woman doesn't actually assist because Sigmas are only effective when they are alone. Not that they dislike women, mind you. They just don't want to constantly be with them. Additionally, competing for a woman may be wasteful and draining. A Sigma man is not at ease with trying to win her over and making phony gestures. He would much prefer to unwind by himself and save himself the effort. Why pursue someone who you already know will make your life challenging? Many women are likewise quite clingy and like to be with their boyfriends all the time. A Sigma man wouldn't even bother pursuing her since he doesn't desire that. Number 6. Sigma cherish freedom beyond everything else. Male Sigmas value their independence, thus they won't want to bind themselves to a terrible relationship. It's similar to putting oneself into a nice-looking but worthless object on the inside. They are aware of the potential beauty in relationships, therefore they don't want to rush into anything without giving it some thought first. They want a connection that makes sense and advances their personal development. Sigmas won't compromise their independence for someone simply because they are attractive or well-liked. They don't want to exert effort for a short-lived connection. They understand that there is no use in attempting to make anything work if it is not the proper one. Sigma guys appreciate their time and independence and are fiercely independent. They will never try to fight over a lady because of this. Imagine exerting all your effort to catch someone's eye only to discover that she wasn't worth it. It may be a time-consuming and tiring experience. Sigmas would rather concentrate on themselves and their objectives than try to impress someone else, since they don't need the extra stress and drama of a terrible relationship. Number 7. They won't repeat the same error. A Sigma male will do every effort to prevent such an occurrence from occurring again. They wouldn't pursue a lady, particularly if they've been let down in the past. A Sigma does not readily let go of hurt. Perhaps he once got into a fight over a lady, making him vow never to do it again. For example, no matter how many times they are rejected or let down, alpha guys may battle over women repeatedly. Even if they appear desperate, they don't care. Simply put, this is how they flirt. However, male Sigmas won't take the same route twice. They are willing to wait till they meet the ideal woman. Sigma has the opinion that you don't have to struggle for the right lady. They are willing to wait till they meet the ideal woman. She will come to you if she likes you. You don't have to fight for her attention. Although Sigma males recover rapidly, they struggle to re-establish previously broken trust. They won't pursue a lady since they are aware that it can be a complete waste of time. Instead, they would prefer to spare themselves the hassle and concentrate on other things. A Sigma male is a type of man who prioritizes himself before anyone or anything. Sigma male avoid chasing women because they are aware it's a waste of time and damage to their self-esteem. If you have these qualities, consider yourself a Sigma. See you guys in the next one.